We are the Hebrew Israelites, week in and week out. We come to prophesy the downfall of America, tell the people on this sign who they are. Anybody of Negro, Indian, or Latino descent are the true children of Israel according to the Bible. And contrary to public opinion, is the only one that you know as God and Jesus Christ going to come to save, which is named the Most High is Yahweh, and the Son's name is Yahushua. Before we get started, I want to give, all praises and highest honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, and salutations to you brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity.
Alright, so if we can start off with St. John, the first chapter. Alright.
There's a few things we wanted to just put out there. Like, we always read articles and stuff. I ain't had time to go print out that list of articles that I usually print out, but there's an article out there about what was it? It was in Mexico. What was that place in Mexico? Ecuador. Yeah, Ecuador and Mexico. They talking about switching over to a digital currency. And in the article they talking about it's not Bitcoin and shit, and Bitcoin is banned, but digital currency is digital currency. It really don't matter. Right. And they what is it? They got it planned to implement it to 28.9 billion people or some shit like that. And we already know that that's the mark of the beast that as quoted in the scripture. Revelation 13 and 16. All the way to the end. And they planning on implementing this by December. But one of the things, the article that we read, Lord willing, we'll bring out the article next time. But one of the things that the article read was this digital currency is going to be on cell phone. And they said the cell phone companies already use the technology that they need to put the your digital currency on cell phone. Letting you know that they monitor you through your cell phone.
That's why you got all of these busy phones out right now. All of these Obama phones have that chip in it. They're tracking devices. And they also record your algorithms, which is your heartbeat, your conversation, anything. They actually know everything about you. Where you go to, how many steps it takes to get to certain destinations that you go to from your household, even to your car. Alright, they're tracking all these things. That's why these phones are free. I actually saw they actually coming out with a program now, supposedly to try to give Jake free cars. You know what I'm saying?
What? Not Jesus. That's not the Savior. That's not the name of the Savior.
Niggas, man, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Church, they true, riding with their family and shit.
Yeah.
They quick to open their mouth and not understand what the fuck is even going on. We're not trying to say the Lord is not the Savior. We're trying to say that this cracker motherfucker right here is not the Savior.
And Jesus ain't his name, and Christ ain't his name.
Right.
God ain't his name, Jehovah ain't his name.
Matter of fact, and you start off with Isaiah 29 and 50. Actually, you start at 13. Right, because that just pretty much can lead off into the topic. It's pretty much our people think they know the Lord and don't know the Lord at all. They never, as a matter of fact, they never knew the Lord going back 2,000 years ago. And pretty much that's why you see men of the Lord being raised up with this knowledge to have the truth knowledge, wisdom, and understanding according to the scriptures. And basically, when you come out here to teach our people the truth, they can't receive it because they've been brainwashed all these years in their churches, and pretty much they've been taught to accept certain things about the Lord that pretty much isn't true according to the Bible.
Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as his people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me.
Right, this dude rolling down the street talking about Jesus is the answer. For one, Jesus is not his name. Because if he did any real research, going back to the 1600s, that was when the letter J was invented. And plus, that's only a transliteration of his name. So therefore, that's going back to it being another philosophy he was taught.
But I've removed their hearts far from me.
Basically, 2/3 of our people don't remove their hearts far from the Lord. They have no concept of the Lord's judgment or his ways, or what's to come for America and where they play into that.
It's not talking about the heart, the fleshly heart that's beating in your chest, pumping blood. It's talking about your mind. Their mind is on this vanity and all of this bullshit that's going on, worried about these sports events and all this other bullshit. Ice bucket challenge and the fire challenge and all of this stuff. Their minds ain't on the Lord, man. They don't believe he's coming back anytime soon if they believe in him anyway. You know?
That's the biggest problem. People don't think he's coming back in no time soon.
Right. It's not gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be in our lifetime. Like, nah, really, you scared as fuck, right? Because you wicked as hell, and you hoping that it's not in your lifetime so you can continue to dwell in your wickedness, man. And that fear towards me is taught by the precept of men.
Right, going back to their so-called leaders or their church followers, or what they always listen to what a pastor got to say, but then when we come out here and tell them everything is scrutinized, everything that we say according to the Bible, even though we're going through scriptures, going precept upon precept, is scrutinized, but they'll listen to people like T.D. Jakes or Free Flow Dollar or people with high esteem in these 501c charter institutions. More on that?
Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do marvelous work amongst this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. And when all of this shit goes down, you're not going to be able to turn to these so-called spiritual leaders in your churches, okay? Jesse Jackson, and they just came out, Reverend Al Sharpton was a fucking FBI informant, you know what I'm saying? This is your leaders, man. Your leaders is dealing with the government on a major way, on a major level, below the motherfucking table, man. And y'all niggas is just fucking following them, not understanding that y'all just some fucking sheep being led to the slaughter. So when that shit jumps off and everything comes down to it, you're gonna realize, damn, man, I done fucked up. And that's before your ass start getting tortured and fucked up, man. You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Right. So they continually rebel against the Most High, even though it's tons of camps all over the world right now pushing this truth, and y'all refuse to turn back to the Heavenly Father. Even though pretty much Esau is more and more putting afflictions on you niggas by killing y'all, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans by killing you out in the streets. Yet y'all refuse, y'all still rebel against the Lord.
Children that will not hear the law of Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
In other words, tell you that keep believing in this bullshit ass dream that you call the American dream, where basically you're gonna somehow get on the same playing field as the so-called white man, which is Esau, and basically be able to break bread with them.
Right, and what is that brother GMS from the GMS London camp? Is what is his site name? GMS Fear the Most High 7. He brought out the article that Nate is trying to recruit them niggas in Ferguson, the niggas that's protesting in Ferguson. So Nate is basically, well, he basically brought out that Nate is trying to take the place of the pastor. And just like we said, them niggas is Christian Israelites, man. Just another Christian church, because Nate is trying to be the one to take over for them niggas like Al Sharpton and TD Fakes and all them motherfuckers. Nate is trying to take the crown from them. And the only thing they teaching is that you an Israelite. But they still teaching Christ and most High and Christ blessed and shit. But they won't say that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is the answer. You know? Because they want to live in this fucked up ass world. And saying that, matter of fact, there was another article that I was reading that was talking about NATO is sending 10,000 troops to Ukraine to combat Russia. hey, we already in World War III, it's just not been announced. Because these devils got that snake tongue. They always lying about shit. What was they calling the troops now that they send it over there? Humanitarian advisors.
And that's all special forces, motherfucker. That's the so-called badasses, okay? It's not just regular troops.
Right.
Badass motherfuckers that don't ask questions. They just kill your ass. And then shit start moving for these motherfucking devils, man. That's it. They also, all this bullshit, Beasley had finally lived up to his promise, and then he turned around and found a way. These fucking dumbass motherfuckers in ISIS, this military trained, U.S. military trained, Israelis, Iraqis, excuse me, Ishmaelites, goddammit, sand niggas. What they did was they acted up just so the U.S. can bring their troops all the way back to this motherfucker and reoccupy the land any goddamn way. That never had, I mean, come on, man. Esau don't give back a goddamn thing he take from a motherfucker. He ain't never did no shit like that.
Esau is a fucking liar all the way around.
Right.
I got a precept. This is Psalm 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Right.
But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
A humanitarian effort to help the people.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is all bullshit ass wordplay, or more militarized weapons for the police to protect the public.
Right.
Fuck
Well,
out.
I mean, when you have a weapon, you are not protecting the public. You are going to kill when you have a weapon. Otherwise, a weapon is not needed. That's why the Lord said his words were softer than oil. How the fuck you gonna call a military person a humanitarian advisor? What, I advise your ass to go in the house before I shoot you?
Right.
You know, come the fuck on. That's how these crackers wordplay work.
Right.
You know?
Going back to what pretty much that Most High in Christ blessed bullshit. Basically, you know, those are just basically the Most High, yeah, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. That's basically the title of the Most High because he is the Most High and it's just the title. And the title Christ goes back to that word just being anointed. But basically, which, you know, Nate's followers, you know, been discouraged from actually going into the Hebrew and the Greek to understand what the knowledge of the scriptures is really talking about. So this is Acts chapter 26, verse 14. And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue. So there you go. I mean, that's Paul basically giving this statement when he was taken to council. Saying, tongue, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. And I said, who art thou, Lord? And he says, I am Yahushua, whom thou persecutest. So basically, as he was giving his testimony or his statement concerning Yahushua, when Yahushua stopped him, he basically let it be known that he spoke to him in the Hebrew tongue. So therefore, that lets you know that pretty much if you really want to understand the knowledge and mysteries of the scriptures, basically, yeah, you have to go back into the original language of the written. It's only common sense that the name is not of the Most High, is not Yo Play Yoker, which basically motherfuckers like Deacon Ass Scratch is gonna be put to death for saying some shit like that. And pretty much that he has a name. His name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushua. Going back to the original Hebrew. Right. So, yeah. Any more precepts? Yeah, go ahead. Start at Mark chapter. Yeah, start.
This is John, St. John 1, start at 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yahweh.
Right, because the Word talking about who the world calls Jesus Christ, which his name is Yahushua. He was the Word pretty much made flesh. And he was at the beginning because he was also known as the Alpha and the Omega. So he was at the beginning when the world was created.
I mean, it better yet to be called the Most High's Son. That was his first creation.
Right,
you know?
the first spirit.
Right. And the Word was Yahweh. And the same was in the beginning with Yahweh. All things were made by him, and without him was